What's up, Falcon fans? Can we beat the second place NFC North 10-2 team, the Minnesota Vikings? If you guys like this type of content, hit that like button. If you guys hate this type of content, hit that dislike button. It will hurt your boy's feelings. Well, maybe just a little bit, but if you want to do a huge favor for your boy, by hitting that subscribe button, will help other empire grow. So on that note, let's just dive into the video and let's get started with the Atlanta Falcons situation. As it stands right now, the Atlanta Falcons rank number 5 when it comes to the total passing yards with 3,900 total passing yards. And when it comes to passing touchdowns in the air, we rank number 12 with 17 still. And of course, Kirk Cousins averaged more than 220 passing yards per game and also averaged getting 2 or more sacks per game as well. And of course, for the past 3 straight games against the Saints, the Broncos, and the Chargers, Kirk Cousins has not thrown any single touchdowns, but he has thrown 6 total interceptions in that time span. That's not a good idea. So when it comes to the Atlanta Falcons rushing attack, we rank number 16 with 1,413 total rushing yards. And when it comes to rushing touchdowns in the ground, we rank number 23 with only just 9. And it's been reported by the Atlanta Falcons Twitter account that they're claiming that Bijan Robinson can be the youngest running back since Saquon Barkley with 100 plus catches and 2,500 plus scrimmage yards before turning 23. So that's something. And I think Bijan Robinson has 3 games over 100, and there were 2 other games that he was close to get 100 rushing yards. So that's something to be excited about. So when it comes to the Atlanta Falcons defense side of the ball, when it comes to giving up passing yards in the air, we rank number 21 by giving up 2,724, and when it comes to giving up touchdowns in the air, we rank number 9 with just 21 total touchdowns by the opponent's quarterback. And when it comes to stopping the run, we rank number 16 with 1,455, and when it comes to rushing touchdowns allowed, we rank number 31st with just 6, and that's pretty good. And when it comes to getting after the quarterback, we have 15 sacks total, and that ranks us dead last in the NFL. Go figure, right? But yet again, stats can lie sometimes, in particular with this Atlanta Falcons defense, because we did a pretty good job against the Pittsburgh Steelers, not allowing them to get a single touchdown, and we have seen what they've done recently where they've been scoring like crazy. You know, the Kansas City Chiefs, we hold Patrick Mahomes pretty well. You know, against, you know, the New Orleans Saints, the second time we could have won, and of course against the Chargers, they did an excellent job. It was the offense that bungled it. The only time that the Atlanta Falcons defense got cooked was against Seattle Seahawks in Week 7. Man, that was terrible. You know, 34-14. And of course, Week 11 against the Denver Broncos, where we made Bo Nix look like an all-star pro, 4 touchdowns as a rookie. Besides those 2 games, the Atlanta Falcons defense has been stellar all season. So when we take a closer look at the Minnesota Vikings offense attack, we have to look at Sam Darnold, their quarterback, because he has averaged more than 240 passing yards. He also at least gives you 2 touchdowns per game. He has not thrown a single interception in the past 3 games compared to Kirk Cousins. And when it comes to their passing attack, they rank number 9 with 3,112 total passing yards. And when it comes to passing touchdowns in the air, they rank number 5 with 23. And of course, they got 2 stud wide receivers in Jordan Addison, who has over 500 receiving yards. And then, of course, Justin Jefferson, that already broke 1,000 receiving yards. And he has 3 games over 100 receiving yards. And the last time he scored a touchdown was against the Detroit Lions. Even though that was back 6 weeks ago, but still, we can't underestimate him because he can turn the table on us easily, no question about it. And of course, TJ Hawkinson has been kind of down lately. I don't know why, maybe injuries or just not getting a lot of targets. Or the other tight end, and Josh Oliver is getting more reps in the red zone because he has 3 total touchdowns. And I forgot one guy, Jalen Naylor, I think the wide receiver, that's how you pronounce his name. He has 5 touchdowns already, but he has 270 total receiving yards, but we can't underestimate that boy either. So when it comes to the running attack, they rank number 18 with 1,356 total rushing yards. And when it comes to rushing touchdowns on the ground, they rank number 29 with just 6, and that's not good. So when it comes to the Minnesota Vikings defense, there's one good news for the Atlanta Falcons passing attack, because when it comes to the Minnesota Vikings giving up passing yards in the air, they rank number 5 with giving up 3,189 total passing yards. When it comes to giving up touchdowns in the air, they rank number 13 with just 18. So when it comes to stopping the run, here's the problem. They rank number 1 by only allowing 976 total rushing yards on them. That's first. That's really legit good. And of course, the Atlanta Falcons are trying to establish the run, so it's going to be very difficult, I think, for this game. And when it comes to rushing touchdowns allowed, they only rank number 32 with just 5. Again, they're a really good stuff running defense. Of course, when it comes to getting after the quarterback, they have 39, and that ranks them number 4. Again, the Atlanta Falcons will have to face a top 5 sack master team. And 2 players that we have to watch out for because they get after the quarterback, and Andrew Von Glickney, I think that's how you say his name. He has 9 sacks already. He's the linebacker. And then, of course, Jonathan Greenord, I think that's how you say his name. He's also another linebacker. He has 10 sacks on the season. And unfortunately, they have 8 forced fumbles under the belt. And of course, when it comes to interceptions, they have 18. So it doesn't look that good in my eyes right now when it comes to Kirk Cousins and how he fumbled the bag last week. That's all I have to say about that. So what is the final verdict? I was going to give the Atlanta Falcons a fighting chance because they need to, because they're pinned against the wall if they want to claim this division. But I said that last week and see how that turned out against the Chargers. So, unfortunately, I'm going to give this to the Minnesota Vikings because they are just a much better, superior team in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams. And, of course, the mystery one, head coach. So, the Minnesota Vikings will score 34 points compared to the Atlanta Falcons 23. And that's just being kind, in my personal opinion. So, if you lasted this long to the very end of this episode, thank you so much for taking your own personal time and day to watch these Falcon content videos. Here's more on the screen if you guys are interested in. So, what do Falcons do? I don't know. Until the next episode, show love and peace to the world, and peace.